Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Look Past Limits. This is day 2 of the van build series. In this series we are trying to convert this van into a tiny home on wheels in less than 30 days. Yesterday was day 1 of the build and we managed to get the floor insulation done. We got the floor ply back on, we got some of the insulation done in the walls, and we got some cable ran. So it was a pretty good day for day 1. Today, day 2, is going to be all about cutting holes. We've got 4 things on the outside of the van that require holes to be cut. We've got this, the roof vent, which is going to be number 1. We've got the solar panel to go on the roof. We've got an electric hookup point on the outside, and we've got a water point on the outside. So we're going to start with this and see if we can get this on the roof. So we need to start by cleaning the roof, because once the solar panel's up here it's going to cover all of that and we'll never get under here to clean this, and we need a good surface to bond the Sikaflex to. So we're going to have a solar panel up here. It's 1.7 metres long, so it's going to take up most of the roof, and then at the back here we're going to have the roof vent. So I've just gave this patch here a quick wipe so that we can start marking out the spot for the roof vent. I'll leave Vendy up here doing the rest of the cleaning on the roof, and I'll take you guys with me that we can work out where this is going to go. So here is the roof vent that we're going to be using. It's by Fiamma and we've opted for the crystal one. In the box comes these 2 parts. This is obviously the part that goes on the outside, and this will go on the inside, but we don't need this until much later in the build because we will have to clad the roof, insulate and clad the roof before this can go on here. So we can put this away for now and focus on this part. We've got 20 odd holes all the way around the outside here. This needs to be filled with Sikaflex or whatever bonding material that we're going to use, and we need to cut a hole up here 39 by 39 centimetres, and then we'll need to drill the holes all the way around it, slot this in from the top, and then we'll need to make a wooden frame all around here that we can drill the holes and put the screws into. So we've decided that the roof vent has to go at the back here because of the length of the solar panel on the roof. The problem that we've got is that it needs to fit in between these ribs. We can't fit it in this section here because the solar panel won't have enough space there, so we have to fit it in this back section. And as I mentioned, we need to cut a hole that's 39 by 39, but we also need to put a frame here so that once we drill the holes we've got something to screw down into. The problem is, between here and here we've only really got 45 centimetres. From there to there we've only really got 45 and a half centimetres. So we've only got about 6 centimetres to play with, which means 3 on either side here once we cut this hole. So what we need to do is find a piece of wood that's 3 centimetres wide, and we need to cut the hole here only 3 centimetres from here and 3 centimetres from here. That will give us the 39 square and leave us just enough room to fit the frame on either side here. Hopefully that makes some sort of sense. If it doesn't, maybe it will when you see me doing it. So here's what I've measured out, the 39 by 39 square. I've done it on the inside here because if you do that on the outside you've got no way of knowing where those beams are. So what you want to do is mark out the square on the inside, and then we'll drill a hole in each corner, and then we'll go up on the roof, and with those 4 holes we'll use that to make the square on the outside, and we can drill from there. So, moment of truth. Is it going to fit? Look at that. So the next step is to mark all of these holes, and we need to drill a hole through each of them. Rather than drilling through here and potentially damaging this, I'm going to mark each one and then take this away and drill it. Now we just need to clean up the area round about here with some acetone cleaner, and then we'll be good to bond it down. So now that that's cleaned, the next job is to make this frame for underneath. So we're ready to put the sealant round the outside of the hole now. We're using Sikaflex 522. It's a sealant and an adhesive, and it's obviously weatherproof and whatnot, UV proof as well. We're going to put a thick bead all the way around here, and we also need to level out these, because if you saw earlier when we placed the roof vent in, it actually sits up on the ribs here. There's no other way of doing it. We don't have any flat sections on the whole roof of the van, so we had to put it across here, and we just need to build up the Sikaflex higher on all these other points, and then have less Sikaflex on here that we sort of build a mould or a mountain for it. And then hopefully these holes that I've drilled will line up with the holes on here, and we can pop this on and pop the screws straight down through. So we've got a good thick bead all the way around, and we want to put the vent in with the hinges facing forward so that the back of it opens up. So Vendy's going to hold the frame in place there, and up here I'll just pop some screws in down through straight into the wooden frame. So there we have it, that's it in. We just need to put a tiny dot of Sikaflex on top of each one of these screws, and that'll be us. And on the inside it still looks like this for now. We have to leave it like this until we do the insulation and the cladding on the roof, because the cladding has to sit up onto here and it will get screwed into here, and then this frame will go over the top. So that is the roof vent done for now, as much as we can do. We can move on to hole cut 2 and 3 now, which are going to be the water and electric hookup points. So here's the water and electric hookup points that we've got. This one opens, has a cover, and this one's got a key to lock it, to get into it like that. The water one we're going to have here, and the electric one we're going to have here. And I'll show you inside why they're going in that position. We mentioned in the video yesterday that the battery and electric system is going to sit down here, so we're going to put the hookup point there just to make the shortest connection to the fuse box here, and the main water tank, fresh water tank, is going to sit in this corner of the kitchen, because it's going to be a L-shaped kitchen here, and this corner is going to be the most difficult to access, so we're going to fill it with the water point. So again, if we have the water point on there, it can just come straight into the tank that's here. So we'll make that hole roughly the centre, put that on there like that. We just need to mask this off now, and then we can draw around here. So here's how it looks on the inside now. The part comes with a seal for the outside, so we don't bother putting any Sikaflex or anything on the outside. but we will just seal all the way around here because we've also got bare metal here from where we cut it. So rather than, you could also paint the edge of the metal, but we'll just put sealant, more Sikaflex all the way around there and round about the screw holes and tidy it all up here, and then we just pop this cover off and wire it later. But again, the wiring we'll just leave until we do when we do the rest of the wiring later on. We'll just repeat that exact same process again for the water one here now. Hole number 3 filled. So I just wanted to say, guys, that you saw earlier the roof vent was by the brand Fiamma. The water and hookup points were also Fiamma as well. We don't have any affiliation with them, or we're not sponsored with them or anything like that, but we just think that they are really good products. We know that when you're building a van, one of the most time-consuming parts of it is actually researching and finding and buying the products as much as it is actually doing the work on the van. So what we'll try and do with each one of these videos is put links in the description down the bottom with all the products that we use. If you like the products that we're using, you can just buy the exact same ones and maybe it will save you some time.
So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We were hoping to finish the whole roof today and finish the solar today as well, but that will need to be for another sunny day.
Yeah, we've just run out of time and tomorrow's supposed to be raining. So
we weren't as efficient today as we would like, but we still got some jobs done. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one.